Beau Stewart, JV coach, assistant varsity.
Huff, varsity coach.
Stewart, associate head coach.
Huff, assistant to all teams.
All right. I want each one of you guys to take a minute and talk about this season in general, what it's meant for the program, and how you guys have developed, how the season ended.
We're very proud of how the guys, they finally got it. They worked hard. They really put forth the effort as the season went on, following what Coach's plan was, and I think that we were really playing our best basketball at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think we got bit a little bit by the sick bug. A couple of guys got sick, and I think D. Pearson really struggled after being sick. He forced himself to play, I think, against Florence, and he never really recovered. And I think that had a big part to play in us ending our season as early as we did, because he was really playing at a high level before he got sick.
When your expectations are always high, you set yourself up for disappointment. Our expectations are always high. We didn't accomplish the goals that we thought we could, but looking forward, I feel like it's something that our younger kids are going to be able to look back on and learn from.
From this past year, we really pride ourselves on experienced players, and this past year we only had one really experienced player that returned. And what we pride ourselves this coming up season, that we're going to have a number of kids that have tasted the water and have experience to play, and we're looking for a better turnout next year.
All right. What do you guys think as coaches is the key ingredient that you guys have had to play at such a high level over all these years since Gadsden City's been in existence?
I would say pride. We really make our kids understand that to wear that uniform and play for Gadsden City is pride. You know, we're the largest school in the county, and there are a lot of guys that don't make our team that would be playing, you know, maybe at other places, and you need to be proud, and I think that's something that our guys are. They're proud to be a part of Gadsden City basketball program.
I'm going to say consistency in our coaching staff. I think we've been together ever since Litchfield days, and that means a lot. You know, the program doesn't shift a lot. If you look at the great programs like Duke and I mean even San Antonio, those teams that had a coach that's, you know, been there a while, and a system that's in place. We have a system in place. We push hard, we strive hard, we work hard. The kids come into our program, they know what to look for, they know what to expect, and I think that's a big reason why we've been so successful.
Piggybacking on what Coach said, it's the fact that number one, Coach allows all of us to do what we do. And even though we're, you know, you got two brothers, a father and a son, and then best friends, we're all different. I mean, all four of us, and Coach Judine too, we're different. And Coach allows us to, you know, the input, and then, you know, and I think that's important. And I don't think a lot of programs have that.
I agree with Coach Steve Stewart. My brother gives us the leeway to do what he feel like we're strong at, and one of the greatest things is the strive to be great. You know, our student body, you might not see it throughout the year, but when we get to Jacksonville, you see the love of Gadsden City Titans. And our kids, they love that atmosphere, and they strive for that. So we commend the student body, we commend Coach Reginald Huff for allowing us to have the freedom to go out and demonstrate our coaching intelligence to the kids, and it plays a huge part in our success.
Awesome. You just answered my next questions. Talk about the relationship with the coaches. All right. I want you guys, Coach Huff specifically, talk about what an off season looks like and how important that is moving into next season. What a typical off season at Gadsden City looks like.
To us, there's no off season. We go hard all year. We coach hard during season. We coach hard after season. We actually was in the gym the very next day that we after our season ended for that season for that school year season. But we already started now rebuilding, and we talk and we plan and we scheme on what, already looking at different offenses and what we're going to do, how to tweak the offense, defense. Like you said, all these guys have different skills and talents, and we all are different, and there's no wrong answer. It's just what's going to be the best answer for this group that's coming up. Sometimes Beau's way may be the way we need to go. Sometimes Steve's way may be the way we need to go. Sometimes Coach Sean's way is the way we need to go. But we all agree, once we come to a decision, we buy in and we sell out for that, and we try to get the kids to do the same thing.
Awesome. All of you guys stand up here is very competitive. Does it get pretty heated sometimes on the sidelines between the guys? let's see.
No comment. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, it does. And that's the goodness about it, because we are friends. More so, we all are Christians. We love God, so we can agree to disagree. And at the end of the day, we still love His change. It has nothing to do with how we feel about each other. We're all out there trying to do it. I know when they come up and they disagree with a decision I make, it's because they want to win. If I disagree with a decision they make, they know because I want to win, and we're trying to do the best thing. And at the end of the day, when we win, we hug, and if we lose, man, well, let's try it the next time.
And I want to say this, that those disagreements, make us stronger, and bring us closer together, and that's there's no grudges. I can't express that enough, that most coaching staffs don't have that.
I understand that. All right, moving forward, you guys made deep playoff run after deep playoff run. What do you think that it's going to take to get to that next level and pull through and win that first state title for Gadsden City?
It's just going to take consistency of every player, especially in the off season, and really just working hard to expand their game. We don't care if you're 6'8" or you're 5'8". We try to make you be a guard. We try to have positionless players, and we don't want to be in a situation where we have guys that can only do certain things, because to win the way we've won in the past and be consistent, we always have guys step up, and that always plays a factor, and that's something that we're always striving for, and we're excited to get back to work and see who that could be next year to try to make a deep run.
Not making any excuses, but before we could really become that successful state championship team program, competing against the teams that we have to compete against, the Hoovers and the Mountain Brooks, we're going to need a community support. Mm-hmm. We battle so hard against community, sometimes turning the kids against us as coaches, from daddy coaches who never work with their kids. We have to pick kids up, take kids home. Mm-hmm. We don't get the support where we need the support. Then when they show up at games, we hear a lot of talk in the stands, and I know our kids hear it, and they tell us they hear it. And so sometimes that fights against us. Whereas you look at the teams and sit back and watch the Mountain Brook programs and the Hoover programs, and you see those guys buying in and everybody pulling for those kids when they're on the floor. It's going to take that to beat a good program like Mountain Brook year in and year out.
A lot of luck. I look at it different. Winning a state championship, nobody likes to win more than me. I've had my share. I've won state championships in softball, national championships. Best softball team I ever played on, didn't win it. And it takes a lot of things falling into place. What I want to see us do is continue to be in the conversation, because rest assured, this year, even though we had probably our most disappointing season, we were in the heads of everybody that was in the Final Four. And had a conversation with some coaches down there, and every year we're in the conversation. And I just want us to stay in the conversation. As long as we stay in the conversation, things could fall in place.
To win a state championship, a lot of things have to happen. Sometimes as a coach, you don't have control of some of those issues. But what we desire to have in Gadsden City program, myself personally, is to be in contentions every year, and also raise young men to be great citizens, and teach them the value of hard work and camaraderie within teammates, that they love one another, and know that the coaching staff love them as well.
Awesome. This is going to be a pretty funny one, but I'm serious. You guys suited up right now and went and played Coach Graves and his staff at that wall.
Come on.
Who wins?
Come on. Come on now.
Come on now.
Read out, look.
Hey, if this ain't old school, I got some guys that know how to get me the ball.
I'm trying to look at their staff and see if, Snow's not on the staff anymore, I don't think, so
I got
he's the
I got
only
Pope,
one.
Pope and Little James.
Yeah, but
Just say my name.
I'm just trying to find somebody that I can guard.
I knew that one get some chuckles. Alright, so we're going to close it out with this one. I think I know the answer, but I'm going to go ahead and ask anyways. Proudest moment of this varsity team this year?
I would say probably the Christmas County tournament, winning that, just because we had suffered some adversity to start the season, and we had really worked hard to try to get going after the new year, and I thought that kind of sparked us, and just the smiles, the hugs, the I love yous and everything that was going on, which is what it's about. That was by far the proudest moment to me this season.
Yeah, I gotta say that probably one of the most proudest moments of this season. Winning that first ever, that was a first, and it'll never be another first. There'll be a lot more to follow, and to do it with a team that was, like I said, struggling, not at our best, just not our best team by far. We had great players. Well, G. Pearson by far could play with any team we played, and probably would start on any team that we've had come through there. But as a team, he had to carry it and shoulder the load. And that was difficult. So to win that tournament with some good teams like Etowah, which was probably a Final Four 5A team, we felt good about it.
That was a good moment. Also, there was an obscure moment at Clay Chalkville when Rod Orr came on the scene and changed our team. He just changed our team. Didn't see it in the numbers, but his givingness, his smile, he won everybody over, and that was probably one of the best halves of basketball we've played at Gadsden City in a long time, and that made me proud.
Proudest moment, winning the Christmas tournament was huge, first, but it was a game where D. Pierce had a bad game. And we had practice the next day, and D came in and he apologized to everybody for having a bad game. And then all of a sudden it turned around that everybody apologized to him for not helping him to climb that mountain. That was the most proudest part. And the proudest thing is those kids that made that apology are in the gym right now trying to get better. So they refuse to let this season damper the spirit of next year.
All right, thank you guys.